What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the latest Bitcoin market update. And trust me, there's a lot happening in the crypto world right now. Bitcoin is entering one of the most important phases of the year, and investors everywhere are asking the same big question. Is Bitcoin preparing for another massive bull run, or is a major correction still ahead? In today's video, we'll break down Bitcoin's latest price action, institutional buying activity, ETF inflows, US crypto regulations, Bitcoin mining companies shifting into AI infrastructure, and what top analysts are predicting for the rest of the market cycle. So make sure you stick around until the end, because I'll also share my personal outlook on where Bitcoin could be heading next. All right, let's get started. Over the past few trading sessions, Bitcoin has shown strong signs of recovery and has managed to stabilize above the $80,000 level. Despite ongoing volatility across financial markets, Bitcoin continues to hold important support zones, which many analysts believe is a positive signal for the overall market structure. However, according to several market experts, the real bullish confirmation will only happen if Bitcoin successfully breaks above the $88,000 resistance level. Right now, that area is acting as one of the biggest barriers for BTC. If buyers manage to push above it with strong momentum and volume, many traders believe Bitcoin could quickly move toward the $95,000 to $100,000 range. At the same time, there are still risks in the market. If Bitcoin loses momentum and falls below key support levels, we could see another correction toward the mid or lower $70,000 range. That's why many investors remain cautious, even though market sentiment has improved compared to previous months. Now let's talk about one of the biggest reasons behind Bitcoin's recent strength: institutional money and Bitcoin ETFs. Spot Bitcoin ETFs continue attracting billions of dollars in inflows, and this is extremely important because it shows that large financial institutions are still accumulating Bitcoin despite market uncertainty. Major investment firms and hedge funds continue increasing their exposure to Bitcoin-related products, creating a much stronger foundation for the crypto market compared to previous cycles. What's interesting is that even with strong ETF inflows, Bitcoin isn't moving upward as aggressively as it did during earlier bull runs. And the reason is simple: the market is evolving. Years ago, Bitcoin was mostly driven by retail hype and emotional trading, but today institutions play a much larger role. That means price movements are becoming slower, more controlled, and in many ways more mature. Now let's move on to another major factor affecting the market right now: crypto regulation in the United States. Recent developments around crypto regulations have created optimism across the industry. Many investors now believe that clearer regulations could actually help crypto grow faster instead of slowing it down. A growing number of lawmakers are supporting frameworks that could provide legal clarity for crypto companies and investors. This matters because uncertainty has always been one of the biggest challenges in crypto. When institutions don't fully understand how regulations will work, they hesitate to invest heavily. But if the US creates a clearer regulatory environment, it could unlock even more institutional adoption in the future. And speaking of major industry changes, there's another trend becoming impossible to ignore: Bitcoin mining companies moving into artificial intelligence infrastructure. Several mining firms are now investing heavily in AI data centers, GPU infrastructure, and cloud computing. Companies that were once focused entirely on Bitcoin mining are now trying to diversify their revenue streams by taking advantage of the massive AI boom happening around the world. This is actually a very smart move because AI demand is growing rapidly, and many mining companies already own large-scale energy and computing infrastructure that can easily be adopted for AI workloads. Some analysts believe this shift could completely reshape parts of the crypto mining industry over the next few years. Now let's talk about expert predictions for Bitcoin and the overall crypto market. Some analysts believe that what we're seeing right now could be the beginning of a new crypto spring. According to them, Bitcoin's technical structure continues to improve, institutional accumulation remains strong, and the long-term outlook for crypto still looks bullish. At the same time, not everyone is fully convinced. Some experts are warning investors to remain cautious because there are still several macroeconomic risks that could impact the market. Things like inflation, interest rate decisions, geopolitical tensions, and global economic uncertainty could still create short-term pressure on Bitcoin and other risk assets. So while long-term sentiment may be improving, short-term volatility is still very real. Personally, I think Bitcoin has evolved into a much more mature asset compared to previous cycles. The market today is being supported by institutional money, ETFs, and broader mainstream adoption instead of pure speculation and hype. That doesn't mean Bitcoin can only go up from here. Corrections are still possible, and volatility will always remain part of crypto. But compared to earlier years, the foundation of the market now appears significantly stronger. If you're a trader, risk management is absolutely critical in this environment. And if you're a long-term investor, this is probably one of the most important periods to closely watch market structure, institutional behavior, and regulatory developments. Now I want to hear your opinion. Do you think Bitcoin will hit $100,000 in the next major move? Or do you believe another correction is coming before the next rally begins? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future crypto updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.